Good evening and welcome to the Mancunian Way, where I've got a great panel on for us tonight. Alan, Harry and Ed. Welcome, gentlemen. How are you?
Hi, guys. Hi, everyone.
Alan.
How you doing, Harry?
Standard. We were just speaking off air quite a day, really, but yeah, smash the likes, guys, and subscribe because it is your channel.
Yep.
Yeah, appreciate that. Harry. Ed, how you doing, mate?
Doing good, man. Just getting off work here. Big up the chat, big up the panel. Always good talking to you guys.
Yeah, it's definitely good to have you on, mate. And good evening to everybody who's watching. As the guys have said, please hit that like button and subscribe. It is much appreciated. It really does help the channel more than you realise sometimes. And we have got quite a good show, I think, tonight for you. Martin is running late. As usual, it's his internet. I keep telling him you have to pay for it. You know, you can't just keep nicking your neighbour's Wi-Fi. So, you know, there it goes. I will try and keep on top of the chat as much as I can, but again, Martin is way better than I am at that. But I do appreciate all your patience, guys. We are got, I think, the main two things to discuss tonight, and not much else really is going on. Is obviously last night's game and the game that's coming up at the weekend, which just a little game, not a lot online. So yeah. How does everyone feel about last night's game?
I thought the result was brilliant, obviously, against Dortmund. Great result. Performance-wise, I thought we were very, very good. After the first 10 minutes, because they started better than we did in the first 10 minutes, they looked sharper. I think we were a bit disjointed, but once we got used to their formation and the way they were playing, I think we got to grips with it. I thought Foden was outstanding. He's certainly come back. He's got back to his old form from 2 years ago, without any shadow of a doubt. And I thought we had we played really well till about 68 minutes, and then I thought that we took the foot off the pedal and let them dominate the midfield, and they had a few chances towards the end, and obviously Stone saved us when it was 3-1 to make it be 3-2. But overall, you've got to be happy with the result. we were clinical up. For the first time in ages, we were clinical up front. I thought we had the chances we had, we took.
Yeah,
and that's not always the case. But overall, very happy.
good. Let's go with the starting lineup, because I would imagine maybe a few surprises in there for some people. I, if I'm going to be honest, I was a little bit surprised that Stone started. Didn't think it was out of the realm of possibility. I thought he would have just kept with the back two of Diaz and
I
Guardiola.
think you'll see Stones play in the Champions League because of the way he passes the ball.
Yeah,
I think
that's a fair comment.
Yeah, I think that's the
And
reason
maybe
why.
because you've got Sunday in mind as well.
Yeah.
Stones won't do that against Liverpool, and that's a fact.
No,
Yeah.
I think that. Go on, Ed.
No, I was just going to say to that point, Alan. I raised this point up last night in post match. Was it seems like we like to play out the back more in UCL, compared to the league right now. So it does, with Stones being a better passer at times from the back, that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that's all fair comments in all honesty. Was anybody surprised by any of the other starting?
Well, I always thought
Savio
I thought it was a toss-up between Cherky starting and Durandus who played, and I was quite happy because Cherky to me is a flair player. He's also a luxury player, and when you're playing against a side that has scored 4 goals in every game in the Champions League, bar us, we needed to keep it solid at the start, especially the way the game started. First 15 minutes, they were very, very sharp. And I thought that was that was fair. Really, the side was more solid. I think. I don't know what you think.
I'll even back that, to be fair, Alan, because obviously Cherky, like you said, he's a flair player. It was the same with when we had Nasri. Nasri loved a bit of flair in himself. Obviously, his creativity is the same as Cherky. It's basically his regen. So you don't want to overuse Cherky for the flair. You want him to just play the natural game. What Foden did last night, and then what Cherky did when he came on himself. It doesn't have to be about him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think for me, I think Pep is doing a really good job this season with managing our players and rotating our players too. And Cherky is also coming back from an injury. You don't want to burn him out after this coming back and playing 90 minutes past weekend with a big match coming up this weekend too. So I think Pep's been doing a really good job at managing some of our players, even with Stones. Right, this is probably the longest Stones has gone in a while for us without picking up injuries, and so.
Yeah, I know if Rich was here, he would say obviously if Stones is fit, you should be starting him. And you can understand why. Stones is one of our most experienced centre backs. Obviously, what he's done for City, since he's been here, there's no arguing that his talent shines. The biggest problem, obviously, is that he's made of glass, and you can't play him more than 3 games. So, I mean, I said, yeah, and I said, the other thing you're trying to weigh up as well is. You don't really want to change that back line too much over a season. You can make the odd changes here and there for potentially, games that are, cup games as in, the Carabao Cup or maybe the FA Cup. But predominantly in the Premier League and the Champions League, you want to try and keep that solid, don't you, really? That's the way I look at it. But obviously, he did a great job last night. There's no complaining about that.
Yeah, I was quite satisfied with the whole game yesterday, to be fair. If someone had said to me, you win 4-1 at the start of the game, you snap the hand off it, wouldn't you, really, at the end of the day? We were a bit ropey at the middle of the second half when we did noticeably, our legs went and we took the foot off the pedal. And they sort of dominated from then until we scored the 4th. But at the end of the day, Cherky he's he's got a lot of skill and got a lot of ability, a lot more flair than probably most of the players in the team. And you've just got to use him when he's got more space. And towards the end of the game, we've got more space. They've got more space to play in because people are tired, which is true.
To be fair, though, Jackie could have played. Jackie could have played the same way Foden did as well, because Foden got all that free roam. And obviously, look at Foden's goals. That could have easily been Jackie from the start.
Yeah, whether they play him from the start out against Liverpool is questionable, because I think we've got to have we've got to be solid against that, because if we're not, we'll be in trouble.
I think, I agree with what you said at the beginning, Alan. Like, you look at that first 15, 20 minutes, I felt Dortmund were a better team. They really were pressing us really well. We were struggling to get on the ball, struggling to get out of our own half. It felt to me that we weren't quite getting the grip of the game. And I think when that changed in that kind of 20-minute mark, where it felt that we were getting our kind of we were getting behind their kind of back line. We were getting kind of past their wing backs. We were playing those balls to Docker and Savinho really well, and creating chances, and we started overloading them a lot. And they just, that goal felt like it was coming at that point, didn't it? Really.
Well, I think one of the players, I think it was John Stones I was listening to, said at the end of the game, he was interviewed, and he said they were surprised because they started the game with a different structure than what they were planning for, and it took them 15, 20 minutes to get used to it and change, to get hold of the ball.
Yeah.
So they obviously.
I didn't think they were going to come press us. I thought they were going to sit back, and that took me by surprise too, to be honest.
Well,
that's what you'd expect, isn't it? From a Dortmund side, that yes, that they're very kind of good team in all respects. They're not probably the Dortmund team of a good few years ago, where they had some absolute quality players.
Well, it's a young team, isn't it? It's a young side.
It is.
Yeah.
But they're still a team that can still hurt you.
I thought that some of the players looked very, very useful, very quick. And you can see that they are in a transition at the moment. The third in the Bundesliga before the game started. So obviously they're in a bit of a transition. Some of the bigger players that they had a few years ago have moved on. And they're a bit like us, because we're in transition. I don't care what anyone says. We are in transition of rebuilding a squad again. That's why I don't put pressure on them now as far as what they've got to achieve this year. To me, as long as they progress and look a lot better than they did last year, because last year was terrible. The players had got too old last year, and you could see that. And this year, with the new players who have come in, they've got to bed down and find their feet. And from what I've seen up to now, we are doing that. But I don't want to put pressure on them I want this and I want that, I want this trophy, I want that trophy. Not this year. I think once all the rebuild's done at the end of next summer, then we can turn around and say, right, we want this, and this. We've got to target this and compete for these. But this year, I'm just backing off and letting them just do what they need to do. And you just got to trust Pep. He's done it before. This is the third time he's rebuilt the team. So,
Yeah. I mean, Alan, I think for me, one of the things that I really was impressed with last night is after that 20 minutes of them being quite dominant, it was the players on the pitch that kind of went, okay, the way we thought they were going to play the game isn't. We need to change this on the field. And they made those decisions themselves. Pep can only do so much on the sideline, can't he? You know what I mean? Once he's made his speech before the game, they've got to go off and they're the ones playing the game. And they made that call very well. In 20 minutes, they were able to kind of go, hang on, this is where we need to play. And they played that way. which I was very impressed with. I think I've made a few comments over Reinders over the last few weeks where I thought he has been quite poor. I think no one can really deny that since the Wolves game. He seems to have not settled quite into this team. But last night was probably one of the best performances I've seen from him. 2 assists.
I thought that Reinders was very good. I thought Nico G was brilliant again. Foden was brilliant in midfield. I thought the midfield worked last night, and they had to adapt when Dortmund went at them from the start, and they adapted very well. So you've got to give credit where it's due. I thought our midfield was very good. And, at the end of the day, Haaland's Haaland, and he does what he needs to do. But overall, I thought we defended quite well at times. When they went 3-1, that they didn't score a second, but Stone stopped them. So you've got, at the end of the day, I was happy at the end of the result. But the big game's Sunday.
Yeah, we'll get on to the game Sunday, Alan. Go on, Ed.
No, I was going to ask you guys because I know how Alan feels about control. I don't know about Ozzy and Harry, how you guys feel about it. But are you guys comfortable with how we're playing now, like the style of play we're having? With we're kind of giving up ball possession a little bit and hitting people more in the counter? Do you guys like the way we're playing?
I thought the only reason we gave up ball possession yesterday because we were tired. I thought the players were tired second half.
And you got to remember the Champions League, it's a long process. I mean, match day 4, we're doing better than we did last campaign. But again, like what you said earlier, Ed, it's about the difference of the intensity. Dortmund Champions League, it's much slower than the Prem. So it's able to suit our game. Come Sunday, it'll be more intense and we've got to battle. We've got to change our style of play, change our rhythm.
I think what I have been impressed with, especially in the last few weeks, if you just forget the Villa game for a second, because that was probably the most disappointing since really the last international break, is that we have adapted for most games. We can play a few different ways. I think it was the Bournemouth manager has said it after we played them. He said, the problem is that with City is they've got a few different ways of playing. It's difficult to know what way they're going to play. And I think that's just something that is really good for us right now. It's, yes, we can do the long ball over the top to Haaland. But, that's really working well. But we can also keep control of the ball. And as has been said so many times, we can do that tiki-taka, of playing round.
1 touch, 2 touch.
Yeah. We're so good at the moment. I mean, there's a lot of talk, and I want to get into this because this is one of the big talking points that's been over the last week or so, is are City too reliant on Haaland? Because obviously, even last night, I mean, depending on where you were watching it, but on TNT Sports, they were kind of going before the match. They were talking about, the second goal scorers for City is 2 own goals from I can't remember who it was from now, but it was those 2 own goals that we had a few games back. And I was just like, well, hang on a minute. Foden scored 2, Cherky scored 2. They were even showing on the TV, so he's not behind Haaland. I just thought, we're not. For me, I don't think we are too over-reliant on Haaland. Only a couple of, well, not even a couple. Last season, it was being talked about that we weren't playing to Haaland's strengths. We weren't playing to get the ball to Haaland. And now all of a sudden, the media and some opposition fans are going, "Oh, we're too over-reliant on Haaland." If Haaland gets
I want to say one thing.
Hang on, Alan. Let me finish. We're too over-reliant, and and if he gets an injury, that's City done. That's our season over. Now, for me, that's not the case, because we have shown, and especially that showed last night with Foden scoring and then Cherky scoring, we've got a number of players who can put the ball at the back of the net. We've got Mamouche, which people, media and opposition fans forget that we've got Mamouche as well, who is so clinical. The goal he scored last reminded me so much of Aguero. So For me, I think it's nonsense. Go on, Alan.
I'll say one thing. Yes, we've got Haaland, who's a brilliant finisher, which he is. That's his game. He's finishing. He's brilliant, and he's. But okay, let's go get another. As long as we get another striker in, who is prepared to go to Man City and sit behind and sit on the bench for Haaland? No one is.
Look at Alvarez.
So, yeah, they don't want to. And you can't blame people like Alvarez. He needs to be number one striker, right? So if you bring in a striker, you'll be there for 12 months and gone, right? So we can't just go and get a striker and say, right, you're understudy. Players are not going to do that. So it's all right saying we're over-reliant, but the alternative is to get an understudy. And yes, we do need to improve. I think the areas where we need to improve is the wide players need to score more, right? Savinho had a good game, but his finishing is woeful, which it is. He had a chance last night to score, and he whacked it straight over the bar.
It was offside that one though, and came at full speed.
Yeah, but mate, these are top players. He's got to improve, and you know the wide players have got to improve their finishing. They have to. We all know that Foden can score goals. We all knew that Cherki can score goals. To me, our wide players of the areas where have got to improve. But at the end of the day, when we didn't have Haaland, Mamouche came in last year, and we won all the games. So what they're talking about? It's an agenda that the BBC and Sky have, and TNT have, to try and knock us. Because when he's firing, they always find something else to whinge at and moan at. I think I'm pretty much ignoring it. But at the end of the day, what do you do? What do you do? You want to sign someone to sit on a bench and pay him 250 grand a week? No, don't be stupid. Because that's what would happen.
No, you see, for
Harry,
me,
what are your thoughts?
Yeah, you see, for me, I was talking to Danny. We all know who Danny is, and then I was talking to one of my friends from school who was a Chelsea fan about this. We was talking about the Team Haaland tag as like Tim Roger last season. Once you get a midfielder, like we did with Nico Gonzalez, that midfield settled, and we need to get more players on the ball and take the goals and reliance off Haaland, because I don't like this Team Haaland tag. Same with Team Roger tag. It's pointless. We've got to play as a whole team rather than one individual. Haaland doesn't make Manchester City all about him. We're a team, we're a collective. So like Alan said, everyone contributes in different areas. Mamouche, Doku, Bob, Cherki, Foden. Otherwise, what we're going to do when Haaland gets injured, we're going to be fucked.
I think the wide areas need to improve on scoring goals. That's definitely what happens. We definitely need to improve. You can't just fix it overnight. They've got to be shown a way to, come in on the angles and score at the far post. Because Sterling used to do lots of tap-ins, let's be honest, when he played.
But we did have goals coming from every area with that team. It wasn't just Haaland back then. No, it wasn't just like when we had the false nine, there was goals coming from everywhere. Like Gundogan when he was top scorer the season after COVID.
Yeah.
I agree. I think for me, like, I'm not really too worried about it, because I think just the way we're set up and what Pep is trying to do is that we're trying to, when you have one of the best players in the world, you're going to want to play towards his strength, right? And I think our style of play does that for Haaland. And if Haaland is out, we'll just change our system. We have, like what Ozzy was saying, we're very adaptable. We have different types of players that can do a role for us. And that's why we have a big squad for those reasons, So I'm not too worried about it.
And what do we think about the other media kind of agenda that's been going on this week as well? Is that Haaland he's not up to the Messi and Ronaldo level.
He's not. He's not.
Okay.
He's not. For skill and ability, when they got the ball, for scoring goals, he is. But as a footballer, he's not in the same league as those two. See, so that's what scoring goals is lethal, right? He's lethal. He's big, he's strong, different type of footballer. But Ronaldo has more, and Messi have more to their game. It's like Harry Kane. I think that's better the way of describing. Harry Kane's probably a better footballer, right? Who can score goals, and he does. Haaland's lethal in front of in the box. You give him a chance, 9 times out of 10 he puts it away.
Well, Alan, I'm actually going to push back against that because we also have to remember Haaland isn't at his peak yet. He's 25 years old.
Yeah, I know.
He's
Can I say something though, Ed? Can I say something, Ed? Aguero, he was all over the pitch for us. He had everything. Whereas, like Alan's saying, Haaland, he's just prolific in front of goal. He doesn't do much apart from get the ball in the back of the net. Aguero, at that age, he was all over the place with City, and it actually worked. He fit into that Mancini system well. Would Haaland fit into Mancini's system? Not sure, because Aguero was everywhere, and he had the flair.
Just
the skill.
remember, it was Pep's first choice in the century. It was Kane. He wanted Kane before Haaland.
Yep. No, I agree with you, but I just think that this season, I've seen him do a lot of holding up the play. I've seen him a lot.
He's improving. He's improving.
Yesterday he set up O'Reilly, right, for a goal, but he kind of hit it over the bar too, right?
Yeah, but
I feel like Aguero was doing all that job already at Haaland's age.
What I will say to you this is, if I said to you, Ed, prime Aguero or prime Haaland, what would you do?
For me, the type of player I want a prime Haaland. We don't even know what prime Haaland is, by the way.
Okay, why is that? Because I love Aguero all day long.
It's just my type of striker. I like strikers that are in front of goal. That's my number one job for my striker. For me, is just putting the ball in the back of the net. And I want Haaland for that purpose.
Okay, so I'm going to add on to Alan's question. When Aguero first joined in his first season, look at what he was doing. He wasn't always in the box. He was even doing like bits of skill on his own. For example, I remember the Wigan goal, the ball David Silva played to Aguero, and he had like the timing of the run perfect. Haaland's always waiting around the 18-yard box. The movement's not there sometimes. Whereas Aguero, in his first season, in his debut, like, for example, the goal against Swansea on his debut, that's not inside the box, that's outside and the way he curled it. Do you see Haaland doing like all them finesses? I don't think so.
You know, at the end of the day, Haaland now is an outside. He's doing his job. Is he improving? Yes, he is. No question about it. He's improving his game. He's coming back now. He's learning how to play that way. But to Elsie's question about is he as good as Messi and Ronaldo in their prime? No chance.
I think it's a slightly unfair question because I kind of agree with you, Alan, that for me, like you look at what Messi and Ronaldo did, because even though they're both still playing, you know, they're both kind of in their retirement now.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
So we're looking at, for me, we're now looking at the next generation of that debate.
Yeah.
And it kind of hasn't really started properly. I think it will the kind of closer the next Ballon d'Or comes up. I think, you know, for me right now, we're just talking about pure strikers is because that's what we've got. We've got some of the best strikers in the world playing football right now. We've got Kane at Bayern. We've got Haaland, obviously, at City. And we've got Mbappe at Real Madrid.
Yeah.
You know, those three right now are the proper number nines, you know, getting into the back of the net. Now, you could say that I think maybe Mbappe's got a bit more flair than probably Haaland and Kane. But
Yeah,
I think it's between those three. So I think it's fair, Alan, what you said. I think, they're not at that. There are times where, the skills and the just, them taking those free kicks and just a sublime, yes, Haaland is not that. But for the pure number 9, for getting it in the back of the net, we've not seen anything like him. Do you know what I mean? For me, he is.
I think the closest to him was what's the tall one? He went to America and he played in Italy a lot and played at United as well. The tall guy, what's his name? Zlatan, yeah. He's the nearest type of player to Haaland. I
can understand why
in the way he plays, in the way he plays.
Just robotic in front of goal.
Yeah.
I'm going to add some on this, Ozzy.
Yeah, go on.
Right. So, Real Madrid, Barcelona, like Pep against Mourinho, when you had Messi and Ronaldo at them clubs, why did they never play together? Just ask yourselves that, because thing is, if they both played for Barcelona or they both played for Madrid, they wouldn't be like both in the spotlight because they both want the ball. They both say, I've got the ego, I want to be the world's number 1. That's why they played against each other. Now, if you stuck Haaland in Real Madrid and that front three, imagine this: Vinicius Junior, Haaland as a centre, and Mbappe on the wing. Who's going to be the main guy? Because they've all got pretty much, no offense to Haaland, but they've all got the egos to be the number 1.
Yeah,
very unbalanced.
If Vinicius Junior will start crying, if Vinicius Junior will start crying and moaning, throwing his arms in the air because he's not got centre of attention.
Anyway, I've got to bring in Martin because obviously he's late, but we'll forgive him for that. Evening, mate. How you doing?
Martin,
Yeah, evening. I'm just listening.
So, mate, you're a bit late to the game. We started off talking about last night's game, and we kind of moved on to slightly about Haaland. I'm sure you heard it from there. What are your thoughts, mate?
I don't like the comparisons to Messi and Ronaldo. I don't think anyone is Messi and Ronaldo. I think football's changed now. It's what it is. I honestly believe he's the best natural goal scorer in the world. It is what it is. I don't do this comparison hat back to everyone else, and because I've already seen it. People are comparing Cherky to KDB, and I'm like, what are we doing here? Come on. And Foden and Cherky are the new KDB, David Silva. No, let's not do this. Let's not do this. Football's very different. It's a very different mode than what it was 10 years ago. I think people forget some of the players talking about it's 10, 15 years ago. It's a long damn time ago. It's a long time, and football's just changed naturally. I don't have an issue with Haaland being our top goal scorer. Same way Liverpool didn't have an issue with Mo Salah scoring 75% of their goals last season when they won the league. I don't know where this is suddenly become a thing all of a sudden. It baffles me. I think it's a thing to knock City with.
Well, I said, to start this off, I said, it's, we look at last season and the media were turning around and saying we weren't playing to Haaland's strengths, we weren't getting the ball quick enough.
That was what City fans were saying that, Ozza.
I know they were.
Were saying it. And now it was, how do you get the big man involved? How do you get the big man involved? He's useless. Now we've got him involved. Now they want everyone else. And it's like the other day, and I get what people are wanting, but people's expectations are out of whack. They're out of whack. I mean, the other day, and big up LB and Hugh, they did a show. I pissed myself when they were doing their GA targets. And I get it, but the targets are just crazy. 20 GA here, 25 GA there, 30 GA over here. What are we doing? Breaking every single record that's been put onto Football Planet? I don't get it. I don't get it. I think people are forgetting what was going on. when our wingers were getting 25 and 30 GA, we didn't have a striker. Weird that, isn't it? It is what it is. But it's crazy. I mean, I'll go through some of the things. Our treble season, yeah. Haaland, 36 goals in 35 Premier League games. Phil Foden was next down, 11 goals in 32. Then Alvarez, 9 goals in 31, 8 goals. And then you go in 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 2. I don't get where all this, we've scored 25 GAs come from everywhere. Since Haaland's been here, Haaland's been the main goal scorer. Simple as.
Yeah, probably because people have got used to Haaland. Like what I said before you came on, Martin, the false 9 season, like the second out the M4P, when the team was a round team, because obviously we all know what Gabriel Jesus was like. We had to play to a team rather than one man show. But now everyone's got used to this golden boy.
Yeah, to be fair, we played fucking good football when we had a false 9. I enjoyed it.
Because it's golden boy now. It's getting the ball to Haaland and let him tap
well,
it
there's
in.
one for you. 21-22 when we didn't have him. Again, this is only Premier League. Kevin De Bruyne, 15 goals. Sterling, 13 goals. Mahrez, 11 goals. Foden, 9. Because we're only doing Premier League, by the way. This stat that's come out is Premier League only. So we're going to follow the trend and do Premier League only. 21-22, De Bruyne, 15. Sterling, 13. Mahrez, 11. Foden, 9. Bernardo Silva, 8. Gabriel Jesus, 8. And then it went 7, 4, 3, 2. I can keep doing this if people want. There hasn't been a season when people have been getting all these goals they're all saying they're doing. I'm still waiting for this season to miraculously appear from somewhere.
I think it was it just that Sterling before the last season before he went, was that he's like he had an incredible, like he got 20.
We didn't have Haaland then.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like again, it goes back to the point is, you know, you have to play to the team's strengths, and the team's strength is Haaland.
Yeah, I don't get what Haaland came in 22-23, and he's back. He's been the top goal scorer ever since. Riyad Mahrez got 5 league goals in 30 Premier League appearances. So when you're telling me that, it means now he got 5 in 30 Premier League appearances. Erling Haaland got 36 and broke the record. Because someone tell me when these wingers were scoring 20 G&A. Nobody can. Unless you start chucking FA Cup, Carabao Cup and everything else in. But that isn't what this debate was about. Because the stat that went up, and I know the stat you're on about, was Premier League goals. And in Premier League goals, our wingers have hardly got over the 10 mark. And since he's been here, no. So there you go.
Yeah.
But I'm serious, people have got very short memories. Like this high line stuff, like the high line had just appeared. It's always been there.
It's always been. Since Pep's arrived, it's always been Pep. They've always played.
He used to play at Barcelona, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah.
But people say all comps. I don't think that's a bit unfair because Haaland doesn't play in the Carabao Cup.
Like you had Carlos Puyol and Rafael Marquez pushing high up against United in the Champions League final at Wembley. Same with Dani Alves.
They've always played that way, mate.
I don't think it is reality.
It's the Johan Cruyff way of playing. That's the way they played. Johan Cruyff used to do it.
That's not the way we've been doing it in our comps even.
Like Alan raises a good point because there was a documentary ages ago on the BBC about Pep, like what it was like from Barcelona's B Academy all the way up to Manchester City. And he's always maintained that philosophy. Tiki-taka, high line, pass out from the back.
Yeah, Johan Cruyff model. That's the way Johan Cruyff used to play as a manager. He coached Barcelona and played that way.
Mm-hmm. Now, Jay Fresh says 17-18, quite great. Aguero got 21, Sterling 18, Gabriel Jesus 13, Sane got 10. But we weren't playing the same way. And we weren't winning Champions Leagues. That's what I'm saying. I think people are changing what they want here. Because let's go back to 17 and 18 when everyone, I was on Man City Man TV, and every single person, Alan, you were there. It was meltdown after meltdown after meltdown after meltdown because we could not win in the Champions League. Right or wrong?
True. And if you're looking at it, when we first got in Mancini's team, if you look at man for man, I looked at the other day, I was watching a game on highlights, and I'm thinking, how did this team not challenge for the Champions League? Because the players we had, David Silva, Yaya Toure, Vincent.
But not only that, the opposition was setting up very different against us. The opposition had respect for us back then.
Yeah. But we had world-class players.
Oppositions are setting up very different. People, do you know what worries me is when people have to go back nearly 10 years to get a style of football they want and do comparisons, then they're not moving on. If you are still the same, there's a philosophy in life that I follow. If you are the same person 10 years later than you was 10 years before, you wasted 10 years of your life.
Oh, yeah, no, because I get what you're saying. Look at Arsene Wenger. He's always maintained
wasted 10 years of your life.
I look at it like this. With Pep and the Spanish way of playing, the short passes, because they all play that way over there, right? And the tiki-taka type football, it's proven, even now, it's proven to win trophies of that way of playing. In Pep and Real Madrid, they play that way in Spain. When that Spain play now against England or whoever on the TV and you watch them, and they just pass you off the fucking park. And they do. Even the girls' team that played the World Cup final against England passed England off the park. They play the same way. And our fans say, why can't we play the longer ball? I don't want to, because it's a proven method from Johan Cruyff that we compete at the top of the league because we play that way. If he's looking man for man, when Mancini had his team, he's probably a better team on paper.
But Alan, are we playing that way anymore? Because
I think we are. I think we are. Yeah.
I think it's a very much a different time to when we go back to when Pep first came into the team that plays now.
Well, it's still based on possession, mate. It's still based on possession.
It's not
fluid.
It's not possession the season.
We've had less possession than our opponents the last two home games.
Yeah.
It's not as fluid, fast football, but we just need to go back to how it was. But I suppose we ain't got the players no more, and everyone's adapting to Manchester City. Like, how many people from non-league to the Premier League now are trying to copy the Pep model? Because they figured the system out, but again, then they haven't got the brain, they haven't got the IQ of Pep.
This is why I've always said.
I do know what Alan's trying to say. I don't know what he's trying to say, Alan, because I was watching the build up to the Liverpool game the other day, and Trent said about he used to idolise Xabi Alonso's passes when he played for Liverpool and Madrid, and that's how Real Madrid play now, the same way as Xabi Alonso did. Tried to get the ball round the opponent, like long passes, short passes, 1-2 go.
Right, hang on. Can I just address this one sec? People see now you're chucking assists in. That wasn't the question Ozzy asked. See, you're changing the narratives now, some of you. Ozzy, that debate, because I know the debate Ozzy's on about, wasn't G and A. It was scoring goals. You're now changing the narrative in the comments to including G and A. So come on, this is what I'm saying. Don't do that. It's got 15 G and A. Right, that's fine, Madata, but about 7 of them, come on. we can't be doing this because he got 5 goals and 12 assists or something. And we're doing it on purely goals because the debate is goals, not assists.
You know,
I'm saying.
I was listening to a few opposition fans on another channel a couple of days ago, and they were saying City now are starting to play this football which is starting to become enjoyable to watch. Because it used to be, oh, City will just pass the ball and score. Boring. Now a lot of people are saying, actually, I quite like the way City play. Now, you could say that we've kind of reversed into a bit of a Liverpool because everyone would turn around and go, oh, under Klopp, it was heavy metal football and they all loved it. Are we moving towards that system now? Obviously, we've got the other Pep. So is this the system now, which is, I think it's a slight hybrid of that Klopp team, but is that the new way of City going forward? Is that what we're going to see more?
I think you'll see it in different types. You'll see it when a team plays open football. You'll see it's got more direct, quick, intricate passing. I think when a team like Swansea or Everton come low block, then you have to do more possession based.
I think you're right in what you're saying, Martin. But the number one thing that has changed is the speed. We're playing quicker. We're playing quicker.
But we've got
that's why the rebuild was there 12 months ago. We wouldn't have done this style of play.
I'm going to be controversial. I don't think we bought intricate little players anymore.
We're passing the ball quicker. We're moving the ball quicker. The movement's quicker, without any doubt.
We've got younger players who are fitter.
Yeah, I still think it's possession based. That's what they want to do, which I think is right. And that's why I'm always moaning that when Pep does decide to say, see you later, we get a Pep type manager who plays a similar way. Because the moment we move away from his philosophy.
Why bring in Pep Linders?
Hang on. Why move away from Pep's philosophy? If you do move away, but you run the risk of not winning trophies for me.
No, I disagree.
I
don't bring in Pep Linders to go and play possession-based football because
Pep Linders went to be a manager and fucking failed.
It's not part of that, Alan. The point I'm making is you brought in Pep Linders and we've gone more direct. The thing is,
I know you say when Pep disappears.
But that's how long's Pep?
Yeah, I want either one or two managers, right? Either Enrique or Vinny, who's a convert of the Pep way of playing football, right? They are.
Vinny's not doing possession based like you think he is.
No,
are you watching Bayern?
I watched a couple of games.
They're not doing anything like what you're asking to do.
Yeah,
hey,
they're not playing the same style at Chelsea as what you'd think.
He's doing nothing. Vinny Company's doing nothing like what you want from Pep.
No.
If we go away,
have you seen PSG?
If we go, Martin, if we go away from playing the Pep philosophy, say goodbye to competing for the league title. That's my.
We're competing for it this season.
We're not.
Yeah, we are.
We're not. I don't think we are.
Well, that's fine.
We're not ready yet. Next year we'll be.
What we're doing second, 6 points behind with the
10 games gone, mate. The 10 games gone. 2 weeks ago, Sunderland was second.
Alan, tell me.
Wait a minute, Ozzy. Did he just compare us to Sunderland? Wait a minute.
Yeah, no, I'm not even.
2 weeks ago, Sunderland was second.
Alan, can you stop digging a big hole for yourself? Because I ain't going to be able to defend you.
He's getting roasted in the comments.
Yeah. JC, I'm just thinking in the bulldozer and away we go. Can I just try this quick? Sorry, but
yeah.
Big up, Dash. I don't know if you've done these yet, Ozzy, but I know Foggy's.
I haven't, no.
Dash with the 18, big up, mate. You are a superstar. The channel has gifted 5 channel memberships. There will be next week. I will do a thing for everyone, a giveaway. And Foggy is gifted 20 membership. Sir, you are a legend. Thank you so much. Make sure you're up tomorrow because I'm coming dropping that off for you in the morning. Well, lunchtime, once I've done the Hussam show. Outdoor Benj with a $5. Thank you. The Mancunian mate, much love. Thank you. Much love to yourself, Foggett and Dash. You, sir, are legends. And we really, really do appreciate that.
I'm emotional. I mean, this is a dream come true. All these guys deserve. All these guys around here.
Yeah, big up and big thank you.
By the way, in the comments, I wasn't slagging off it. I just said I disagree with LB's and Q's numbers. I know they were all comps. I just disagree. I think it was a bit expectations. So I don't think we're ever going to hit them numbers, sadly.
We wish.
Not everyone was getting 15 and 20. Everyone was on it. Like, Jesus. Reinders was on 15. Savio's on, like, where are we going? Yeah, it's never happening.
Can I get back onto last night's game? Because I want to talk about that a little bit more. Now, going back onto wingers, which is one of Martin's favourite agendas. What were people's thoughts of our wingers last night? And I'm thinking
Savio was better.
Okay.
But
you want to give me a bit more on that?
Yeah, there's a but.
Go on.
He's got to follow it up. I mean, Dortmund are the same standard of Premier League type, like right in our faces, they laid offers. But if he plays against Liverpool, they're going to be trying to go for him. They're going to snap him. They're going to try and make sure that he hasn't got the freedom to roam. And when he has, he's got to utilise that space properly with his crosses. He's got to make sure they're on target. They've got to make sure they get to Haaland. And if, like Alan said earlier, work on his finishing. You've got to back this game up last night going into Sunday if he plays. If he doesn't, I'm going to say it, we're back to square one.
Okay.
Wait, what do you mean we're back to square one if he doesn't play?
I think.
Go on,
Alan. I'm going very soon to work, and I'll say what I think. I think we're going to see where the team is as far as where we think we've developed to on Sunday. This is going to be a test on Sunday, and I'm intrigued to see where we actually are as a team, and we'll get tested on Sunday.
That's the word I meant, inflated, Sam. Thank you.
Have you got anything you want to say about the wingers before you head off, Alan?
I just, like I said before, I think that Doku and Savio need to improve on their finishing. I think if they concentrate on, they're doing everything else a lot better than they were last year, but improving their finishing is the number one thing that both of them need to improve on.
Ed, what are your thoughts?
Edward.
No, I'm here. For me, I like the way they played last night. I think they're, really good at pushing the ball up the field, finding pockets to get into, especially Doku. It's just that for me, I'm kind of changing my expectations on Savinho. If he's a rotation player, he doesn't need to be consistent because rotation players aren't consistent. I kind of see Turkey as our starter moving forward.
But Savio's playing quite often, to be fair, Ed. Pep's seen him as a first team starter more than a rotation player. And that's what I was going to answer your point. But yeah, if he doesn't back it up on Sunday, we're back to square one. Because obviously he's not been performing as well, whereas last night was a massive improvement. So if he backs that improvement up, there's potential there that's going to be proper executed well. Whereas if Sunday goes back to whipping in crosses, just rushing them, not looking up to find the striker, not looking up to pass the ball short to his opponent, and then finishing, if he's not just looking up to see where he can put his position on shot, we're literally just going to be wasting that Dortmund game and saying that was a one-off. There is potential there, but again, at least gearing up the crowd. Well, Martin, if you look at it, last night, Dortmund allowed us to play. Like, look at all the space Foden got, and we were saying this earlier. Cherky got a bit of freedom as well when he came on that last 10. Savio, when he gets the freedom, he just wastes his crosses, he wastes his shots because the finish is not there in the crosses. He's just rushing them, and obviously the opposition are just like getting the ball back and allowed to clear it when we should be creating chances or at least putting the pressure on. So that's why I'm saying Sunday, if he's going to be there, which he probably will start, he's got to make sure that momentum carries on and like playing well.
Yeah, I don't think he's been as bad as people says he has.
And by the way, I'm not judging him on that Tottenham rumour.
Yeah, no, he was man of the match against Villarreal. He was very good last night. Everyone was poor against Villa, but for some reason he was the only one who got judged out before anyone else. So that's why I think the Savio thing is becoming a bit of an agenda with some Briggsy, because people talk about Villa and only mention Sereno. Oscar Bob was just as crap.
Oh yeah, you've got to be fair on each other. Oscar Bob as well.
But people aren't being fair. That's the point I'm making. They're not being fair.
But guys, let me ask you this, right? Would y'all expectation change? I know Harry's point that he sees him as a starter, but moving forward, if Turkey starts more than him, would you guys' expectations change of him?
No, sorry, Ed, I'm not saying that he's a starter. I'm saying as Pep sees him as a starter, he's playing quite a lot.
Doku's playing more.
I think it's hard to say with Turkey. He's got the ability, but he hasn't really started a full game apart from one game. I think he was.
Oh, because he's been injured and he's been out for now.
Exactly. So it's hard to say and hard to whinge about Turkey. We'll have to wait and see on him. When we're playing against Liverpool, we're going to have to keep it tight against them because we can't play open football against them. I'm sorry, we can't.
I mean, I'm going to be honest.
Are you that scared of Liverpool, Alan?
I'm worried about Liverpool because they're back for me.
So.
What I saw last two games.
I actually agree with Alan.
Yeah.
They're picking up form at the right time.
They are.
And if we're going to talk about that last 20 properly, Liverpool have got the potential to expose us if we're not playing 90 minutes.
Yep. Yeah, they have. They have. Right, I've got to go, guys. I've got to go to work. So listen,
City have won 6 out the last 7. Liverpool have lost 6 out the last.
I've just told you, last 2 games. The last 2 games, they were brilliant, and I'm sat there going,
"You can't make this up."
The last game I saw Liverpool against Real Madrid, they should have won about fucking 10-1.
Oh, piss!
That's a bit excessive.
You are so out of this world, Alan, with your thing. You sound like an Arsenal fan.
Well, no doubt we disagree. That's fine, Martin. That's fine. But I've got a right to my opinion, Martin.
It's the way 10-1. You're telling me last night Dortmund should have put 5 past us in the 5-minute spell they had.
They had more than 5 minutes, mate.
Alan, you watch reruns of Summer. I don't know what you watch.
Well, you sit in the stand in the empty family stand last night.
Yeah.
Right, with your fucking blinkers on.
Yeah. We've won 6 out of fucking 7. We're the top goal scorers in the damn league. What more do you want us to do, Alan?
Fine, I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's going to be it's going to be a big test on Sunday. Very big test.
If people back the team, there might be some sodding atmosphere in the sodding stadium.
Well, it's down to people to get off their arse and come and leave the living room and go and watch the game. But they don't.
Hello. We're going to talk about atmosphere.
It's fine. I'm living in Australia, man. It's a bit of a difference.
Pat does it.
Pat does it because he works for Qantas and only has to pay tax.
You are just mega negative. You are negative.
He only pays $250 for a fucking return flight.
Fuck's sake. Oh my God.
Are we quite finished, you two, yet? Like, Alan, yes, you're entitled to your opinion.
We won 4-1. Fuck's sake.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about Liverpool the weekend, mate. Liverpool are going to make it fucking hard for us a weekend.
Should have won.
Liverpool have
Married
got potential
couple
to call us
these
harm.
Yeah,
They
but
might not win, but they've
Bournemouth
got
had the
potential.
potential to do us harm, too. Like, I mean, like,
Is there any
But the quality, though, Ed, the quality are different. And if we had
I'm
lost
going.
in 20 minutes,
I'm going to work. I will speak to you later. No doubt I'll get a phone call.
what's your prediction, Alan? What's your prediction?
Oh my God.
Alan, give us your
what
prediction
the
before you
fuck
go.
is going on?
2 each, I've said.
You and Alan have become negative ninnies.
Okay, 2 each.
2 each. 2 all.
Thanks, Alan.
It's all right. Cheers, Ollie, mate. You're a good dear star. I will speak to you later. Martin! I'm going. See you later.
Cade just put a 2-0 win on Sunday. Cade will concede, and if we concede, it'll be your boy Wets that'll literally celebrate right in front of you, and you're going to give him shit.
I've gone 3-0.
What?
Ooh.
We're going to concede somewhere. Oh my days, what are we doing?
You see, all Alan likes to do is he likes to pull the pin, throw it in, and then just watch, and then go.
Have you watched Liverpool the last few weeks? They have been shite. And now you're bigging
Yeah,
them up like
whoa.
some sort of thing.
They actually played okay the other night against Madrid. I remember watching it. And
Right, okay, right. No, I'm talking before that.
go on.
They just lost 6 on the bounce or whatever it was.
Yeah. Hang on a minute, though. But we did that 12 months ago, if you remember.
Yeah, and their fans are still backing their team. Why don't our fans try it?
Hang on. Fucking hell. You want to go down this road, man? Let's do it. Their fans want slot out.
No,
but again, it's the minority.
Some of the idiots do.
Yeah. Some of the idiots 12 months ago wanted Pep out. Some of the real ones was like, we'll come through this. And Liverpool are coming through it now. And they've got potential to cause us harm.
I think we'll do these on Sunday.
I don't think the way we'll do them. I think we will beat them, but we won't do them. Doing them's expecting a 3-0 win.
Yeah.
They've got goal scorers all over the pitch. And look at our recent games with them. There's always a goal in there somewhere for Liverpool.
Yeah, but I just think we play a different way, though, too. Like, I think they'll score, but I think we play a different way than we normally do. And I know we were talking about that before. I think, you know, I have on right wing and Birdie inside to the middle. I got Nico G and Bernardo and Foden as our midfield. And I think we're going to do them on the counterattack because what people aren't saying is that Liverpool is sketchy at the back, just like what everybody was saying about us. They've given up 14 goals.
But should we be playing counterattack at home, Ed?
Yeah.
Counterattack at the Etihad. Make it a fortress. We should be telling them, come at us on the counter.
Does it matter how we play? Does it matter how we play? Does it just get the win?
I know what you're saying, but at the Etihad, we should be saying, let's go for them.
No, because I honestly think that the reason we are getting better now is because we are conceding possession. The thing is, if you have the ball and they're passing it, we could pass it around all day long, and they have 2 banks, and then they break on us. We could have had 70% possession, and they've gone 1-0 up with the first attack. We can't sit there and go, oh, we've had 70% possession, pass the ball around nicely. It's pointless. Okay. I'd rather have 20% possession and go bang, bang, bang and go 1-0 up.
As long as we execute that possession correctly, then okay.
And we have
I'm
done
down
the last
for that.
2 or 3 games.
But this is our biggest test yet.
But I've heard all
Liverpool
United
have got plays all over us.
Test. Napoli, our biggest test. Arsenal away, our biggest test. We have got so much PTSD at the minute on everything we go into. Unreal.
But, Harry, give us our best game that wasn't playing counterattack.
Yeah, but Ed, the thing is, right, I could actually do that, but when you're at home,
no, I'm saying give me our best game, not playing.
No, Ed, hang on. No, hang on, Ed. But when you're at the Etihad, our crowd he's going to be right on top of it. And we should be saying, you know what? Let's go at Liverpool. Let's make them come at us. Why should we play to them? I hear what
Because our
Martin's
strength
saying,
in this team
but
is
Because that's what they did to us last season.
okay. Bournemouth was Bournemouth counterattack, Harry, or was that possession for you?
possession.
But I'll be honest with you,
I
I think
disagree with
some can't get their head around this possession base no longer being there. And these are the same people who all begged for Pep Guardiola to have a plan B last season. He comes up with the plan B and no one likes the plan B.
But as I said earlier on, you know, when we played Bournemouth, you know, at the end of the game, their manager turned around and went, "You're not sure what City side you're going to get because they've got a good few different ways of playing, and it's working out on the day which way they're going to play." So for me, going into that game at the weekend, it doesn't matter what we think and we'd like, it's what's going to work.
Yeah.
That's ultimately what it's about. Pep has got to decide on the team that he thinks is going to ultimately get the job done. Where that's possession, where that's long ball over the top, it's what's going to work. And at the end of the day, I think we all care about the result rather than whether we're going to have the most possession or whether it's going to go long and over the top. For me, it's about the win. Don't care how we do it.
Mm-hmm.
I just want the win. Yes, I'd like a performance out of it as well, but right now, I want the win.
And Pardo Oaks, by the way, you know, I know what he's saying, but times are a-changing, Pardo. Pep said it. Times are a-changing. Hardly anybody now plays tippy-tappy 100% possession football. No one's doing it anymore.
But Murray, every time we try to play tiki-taka in the Premier League, we got our butts handed to us. Bill,
yeah, everyone says we're boring.
Tiki-taki.
We did that against Swansea.
Handed to us. Spurs got handed to us.
Yeah, we did it against Swansea. What did everyone say? Boring. I don't want to watch this. Boring. It's just
Who
sideways.
said it was boring? Sorry.
Sideways.
Alan.
I must have missed that one.
No,
Alan,
Loads were saying it was boring. This is what I'm saying. We can't be changing things just when it suits us at the time.
I think what it is, I think for most fans is that we've seen the tiki-taka for so long that
they can't get used to not seeing it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like when we go back a couple of seasons ago and we talked about having no wingers or having no fullbacks. Do you know what I mean? People weren't used to it until we won a league, till we won a Champions League out of it. Do you know what I mean? Pep is the best manager in the world right now because he is able to adapt. We've heard so many times from opposition fans in the media that Pep can't adapt. He's only got one way of playing, and if you can't play that way, if you can't play that way, then you're not going to win anything. And he has adapted again. A lot of people thought last season Pep was done. It was over. It was his time has come to an end because his way of football isn't going to work any longer in this league. And what's he gone and done? He's adapted, and look where we're at now.
Yeah,
I look at what Liverpool have done. I'm just going to address your points. To be fair, Briggsy, I'm going to address your points. Liverpool over the last two games they've played have been better. Slot has adapted. He's took out all these. You know, he spent 500 million in the summer, near enough, and he brought in all these fancy players, and he's had to bring in the old guard, or he's had to swap players around because they're not working, and it's worked for them. Okay, they've got results out of it. Against Villa, Villa were really poor that game, and Villa got the win. Not last night, not before, when they played Madrid. Madrid were awful. I was expecting a lot better game from Madrid, but in all fairness, Xabi Alonso got that game completely wrong. He set up awful. He didn't play the game properly. So for me, I still see those flaws in Liverpool's system still. Like I think in all honesty, when you look at someone like Wirtz, I don't think Wirtz will start. I really don't. I think it's more likely to put Gakpo out on the wing, and Wirtz will be on the bench. I think when it comes to Kirkes won't start. I think Roberts will have to start. The only player that I've seen any consistency from Liverpool to start their season is a Bobsly. I think he's been the most decent player out of any of the players on the pitch. He's the only player I actually fear from Liverpool. Salah on his day, yes, he's brilliant.
But he always shows up against City, I'll give you that.
And he always shows, but he hasn't been consistent of yet. He's had a couple of all right games. I think that
but honestly, people in the chat think counter-attack football is smash and grab. Bournemouth, we only had 45% possession, and all our goals came in transition.
And we had over 20 chances.
Yeah,
it's not. I think I'm with you. I think people are thinking this counter-attack is a smash and grab job. You don't have 20 odd chances and call it a smash grab. It's just playing through the lines quicker. I don't want to see 1,000 passes at the back no more. I'm done with that. You're allowing your opposition.
Donnarumma isn't a keeper for that. Donnarumma isn't a keeper.
You're allowing everyone to shape up. The reason we got in behind Dortmund, who, by the way, have lost one game all season. We've got to. I'm feeling like we're getting a bit arrogant in the way we're treating the opponents here now. Dortmund have lost one game all season away to Bayern. That is it. And we trounced all over him. And people are more bothered about a 5 to 10 minute spell in the game because they'd rather cry about 10 minutes in the game than the 80-odd minutes where we spanked their bottom.
Do you know what
That's where I'm getting more concerned. And yeah, I am a bit pissed off about it because we never used to do this. We never used to cry over a bad 10 minutes.
I think it was more than 10. I mean, I think the first half, I think for the first 15, 20, I think Dortmund played really well. And I, as I said at the beginning of the show, I felt that they dominated the play. And then for me, the last, again, I think up until their changes is where I think the game, our change, I should say, is where I thought we got back into the game. For me, those two spells where they made their 4 substitutes, they got back into the game and they probably, if I'm honest, deserved a goal. Because I thought at that point we were struggling up until our changes where I thought actually we went to a back 5, really got that defensive stability, got players into the midfield, and we saw out the game. And of course we got a Cherky goal as well out of it. I think you're right, Martin. That opposition were a decent side.
We created 18 chances with 11 on target last night. How is that any kind of smash grab? I don't get it.
I feel like Dortmund laid off, though, because look how much space Foden got for his goals.
Oh, my God.
No, there was good goals from Foden, and he took them well.
I know, but it's the Dortmund layoff.
They
didn't.
They should have pressed Foden down, but he had all the time and space. Like, look how he looked up to find the position where he wanted to put the ball in the net, and he had all that time to shoot. They should have been charging him down.
Yeah, but they weren't in a low block though. The reason why the space was open is because we passed the ball quickly, and they were playing like a mid block because they were trying to come out to us.
Ed, as a defender though, they should be pressing up to Foden so they can like block him and obscure his view so he can't get that shot off.
But that's on them.
Back. Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. We won't get that freedom on Sunday.
We've got to stop this. That it was only buying its own. I said, Bournemouth on Sunday when we played them was second in the league. Menyo was the most informed player. And Nunes put him in his back pocket and tucks him in like a baby. The trouble is we've forgotten how to praise our team. We've forgotten how to do it. We've forgotten how to do it.
Do you know the other thing as well for me for that game is the point towards the end of the game, at the 80th minute kind of thing, where they were getting back into the game, is we had something we've not had in a very long time. We had a goalkeeper who is an excellent shot stopper. Like that kind of 15 odd minutes where they were going back into the game, like they were getting chances, and there was a couple of saves from Donnarumma. We haven't had that presence at the back. His solidity, he's just presence in that goal. It's just something different. It's something we're able to
What's
use
the
now.
standards bit? What have anything we said tonight got to do with standards?
Well, where have standards come from?
But what's the standards are so high bit? So you were 100% possession, 25 shots, 0 against, and a perfect everything. We didn't have that when we won the treble. When we won the treble, we were crap until February. We were like 4th in the league. I'm telling you, people have lost their mind. They've not got a memory anymore. The memories have gone.
Jesus, I remember when it was like 8th in December and we won the league.
Yeah, because people are not forgetting what the hell we did. When we won what we won, it was we didn't do anything until January, February. Unfortunately, football's just changed, and it's not selling souls. It's really not selling your soul either. Look, Martin over having the game. It's a Bundesliga team.
The third in the league. What are we doing here?
I don't know where you go with it. I don't know where you go. So City are never doing jack shit ever unless they beat Real Madrid or Barcelona. That's it.
You have to respect your opponent.
You remember when
you have to give your opposition some credit when they do something well.
See, no, that's arrogance. That's not standards. That's arrogance.
Do you remember in 2012 when we won the league with Mancini and we was like 8 points off? And if United beat Everton at Old Trafford and was 4-2 up, that would have been league over and we wouldn't have had it today. But because look what happened, we saw them slip up and we thought we could capitalise on that, and we did. Here we are now. That one like season, that one league title, and everyone's got excited thinking, yeah, Mancini to Pep. And trophies. Slow the fuck down. One season without winning a title, winning the UCL.
I don't think
it's not the end of the world.
Listen, the majority of the chat here said Bournemouth were going to struggle, Dortmund going to, Napoli we were going to struggle, United we were going to struggle, Arsenal we were going. But the only thing we were coming away with Arsenal with was a cold. That's what I got told off everyone. And we were 3 minutes away from 3 points. I don't know what the trouble is, Pardo, and this is to everyone, by the way. When City win convincingly, and by the way, I think out of our last, is it 7 goals, 8 goals? We've had 5 different goal scorers, by the way. So that puts the Haaland debate to bed, by the way. But people just don't. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it is PTSD on last season.
Yeah, but Martin, people want to bring up Villa, but Villa, that's when we try to play out from the back.
Yeah.
And we got pressed. Off the pitch.
But we've always had a shaky record at Villa.
But this is what I'm the trouble is. People look. I've got to look at the backroom staff we brought in. Pep said last season our best 2 results were Chelsea at home and Newcastle away. And how did we play in them games? This is how to get the big man going. You don't have a dog and bark yourself.
As long as we don't become Team Haaland like we was Team Roger 12 months ago.
We're not exactly bloody. Arsenal are playing the most boring football in the history of the world, and none of their fans are crying. They're saying they're going to win the bloody lot.
Indeed.
I swear 5 years ago there was Arteta out.
No, seriously, it's like when the hell, if you want to be excited and entertained, go to the bloody cinema. We've always said that. Go to a theme park. Have a roll-round roller coaster for a few hours. That'll entertain you. I want to win.
Okay, let's bring up another team, Brighton. Brighton, we tried to play out from the back. We made a mistake and they capitalized. They pressed us, and we made a mistake and they capitalized against us. Every team, everybody's talking about in the chat. We tried to play out from the back and we lost.
So I'm going to move it on a little bit from that. What team do you want to see? Yeah, do my best. What team do you want to see rolled out? What Pep team do we want to see at the weekend? What's your starting 11? Who wants to go first?
Nico O'Reilly. How do you feel about him?
So I take it by that you're not starting goalkeeper because you're gonna have Donnarumma at the back.
He's that
pretty much
confident.
confirmed, isn't it?
He does.
He's that confident. We're going to find goal.
We don't need a goalie.
How was Josko doing? Because him and Diaz, Nunes. What's the latest on Rodri? Because with all that, he's not ready. Fitness stuff, not sure. I won't play him. Sure, Nico, Bernardo. Trying to think of another midfielder. Let's go Foden. And on the wings, Doku, and I'll give Savio another chance. But Savio's got to deliver.
I'll give him another chance.
And then yeah, we know the striker, like the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper and striker takes care of itself. We don't need to talk about
that. Okay.
He's the way he said it, like he's got a choice. I'll give him another chance. If not,
I'm sorry, but there's only so much patience you can give Savio. And if he dares to jeer at the South Stand, oh my God. I'm not there this weekend, but I'll end up launching something on the TV.
Did you see what Foden did last night when he scored?
That's different. Foden does perform week in, week out.
No, don't tell me the players don't hear what gets said.
Hang on, sorry. Stop online here. Said he's young now. Okay. So's Oscar Bob. So's Doku.
No, he's younger than Bob.
He is.
It's his second season. How long will we give him before this young tag disappears? Let's give him 10 years.
We gave Jack Grealish 4 years. And he was
Jack Grealish was different. He was a defensive style of player. He'd hold the ball up well. He'd track back in defence well. I was always calm with Grealish because he offered something unique. Not into days wingers where we've got fast pace down the wings, just whipping the ball in the box.
Wait a minute here. I gotta push back against
that.
What are
you watching City this year, Briggs there?
It was good last night, but he's got to top it up and perform again.
We're not doing what you're wanting us to do.
And what's that? I just want Savio to do well.
But Savio and Doku in the look is when they come more inside.
I just want Savio to get his crosses right into the box and find his striker, find the opposite winger if they can't get it to Haaland. I want him to pass to like Foden or Cherky and not waste his chances. I want him to shoot on target. The basics in football, as Fabian Delph would say, get the ball on target at the goalkeeper. Just shoot. Don't fucking think you're playing rugby and convert it. Like basically, as Alan said earlier, that shot, the offside one. I'll give him that, but if he does that more often, I'll put Bob in.
Good job.
Okay.
Don't think Pep's putting Bob in anytime soon.
No, for me, guys, I'm just going with the same team that went out against Bournemouth. I got like Harry said, Donnarumma is for sure. I got Nunes, I got Diaz, I got Vardio, I got O'Reilly, I got Nico G, I got Bernardo, I got Foden, and I got Cherky on the right. I got Doku on the left, and I got Haaland up top. For me, Cherky just gives us another element of creativity along with Foden, because it takes the pressure off of Foden to have to do everything when you're talking about creativity and through balls and stuff like that. It gives us another danger man, and it just allows Foden to play a little bit freer and his vision for Haaland, you know, is different class to me. So I'm putting Turkey in that lineup on the right wing.
Martin?
Yeah, same team as Bournemouth. Cherky folding. I'm not playing Rodra at all. I'm not going to do that. I'm going exactly same team as Bournemouth.
I think that's going to be a hat trick because I have to agree. I think he'll
This
want
is about I
it.
don't like this. Sorry, Ozzy, but Martin, let's see if we beat Liverpool. People who put this are like they're after gotcha moments. So me saying I'm confident that we'll win, and then Man City Hamza fan will come in and go, see, you were confident, Martin. I told you, and they try and do a gotcha moment. This is what it's about now. It's about
But see, Martin, these are the same people, though, if we beat Liverpool, are going to say, well, you know, Liverpool were just coming off a couple good games.
Liverpool were bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the narrative will change. Liverpool will suddenly become, well, they've lost 6 out of the last 7. It'll change again. Go on, carry on, Ozzy. Sorry, I had to address that.
Yeah, I can see wanting Bernardo Silva because one, Bernardo was, you know, I thought was quite good in that game against Bournemouth. Plus, he always turns up against Liverpool. Always, he's always playing shithousery. So you kind of want him in that team. And I think Cherky has turned up for the last few games. My kind of thing with Savio right now is that I don't think he was that good against Dortmund last night, if I'm honest. I actually think, you know, he had an okay game. I think he's very much playing as how Doku, when Doku first came in for his first couple of seasons. Yes, he was getting the ball into the area, but he wasn't getting it to the man. He wasn't getting into the right position for someone to score a goal. He just kind of kicks it and hopes for the best, is what I see from Savio right now. And for him, yeah, to get the better.
You watched the game last night.
I did, and I think, you know, to get the better of his win back. Well, that's what I expect. You know, yes, he's got a bit of pace.
It was his cross that got Doku to allow the second goal.
Yes, I'm aware of that, Martin. But I'm talking about his overall game, not one-off moments. Like he's got to do a lot more. But
man, the that was critical.
Where I do agree with
that. Ozzy's the first person who said Savino was poor last night. First person.
I didn't say it was poor. I just said I didn't go as everyone else has gone, that seems to have gone, is that it was amazing. I don't think he was amazing. I just thought he was okay. He had a couple of moments. But I still am saying that I still think he's got time. I think the reason a lot of people are still on his back is because, one, he got that link at the summer with Spurs. I think that's put a lot of people on. I think it's PTSD of last season, his first season coming in. So I think he has got the time to improve like Doku. Because we've seen what Doku has done now. Doku has actually made progress. He's now not just charging in and whipping the ball across. He's actually beating his man, whipping it across by looking and seeing who he can get the ball to. Savio's not quite doing that for me right now. So I don't think he deserves to start the weekend against Liverpool.
There is potential there, of course.
There is potential. Of course,
just wanted to back it up.
Yeah.
Because he was actually okay last night.
Hang on. That's my word. I said he was okay. You said he was good.
All right, he's good. I'm not going to say what Alan would say, and he's shit.
But yeah.
If he backs it up on Sunday, then I'd say what? I'll apologise because he's playing against Liverpool. But I just want him to back up.
Mate. Never mind, Martin, get over yourself. I'm allowed my opinion as well. So if you don't like it, There's the exit door, mate. Don't tell me how to think. If I think someone's being negative, I'm entitled to think they're being negative.
You know, like about a week ago, I was thinking, you know, with Liverpool's form as it was, I was thinking, actually, you know, I was thinking I want them to come into this game where that, you know, they've had a few more losses, and you know, it's just that continuous. Then we feel we're on top. Actually, I think with these couple of wins they've had, I think it's just papering over the cracks. I still think those cracks are still there. They can be still got at. Yes, they've made slight improvements because, like I said earlier on, they've taken Kirkers out of the team, put Robinson back in. You know, they've got Ekitike instead of having what's his face? Remind me of his name, somebody.
Striker.
Oh, Isaac.
Isaac,
Yeah.
You know, who hasn't hit a barn door really yet.
Sabio was shocking. Let's check it. I'm starting to see who watches games and who doesn't. It's their opinion, though.
Yeah. And Verts, obviously, the big man who's coming for the whopping big price and has done bugger all. And please, I saw someone in the earlier on saying that last night he had a really good game. No, he didn't. He did all right. I still don't see what he's done yet. I think if you compare him to Cherky right now on stats and goals and assists, Cherky, who's been injured most of the season so far, has got better numbers than he has.
Yeah, that's definite. I've seen them stats. Cherky's got more.
Yeah, every 45 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. So don't give me Verts is suddenly, you know, all of a sudden a world beater, because he's not. He hasn't found his place in the
people
team.
are begging
He's
for
had exactly. He's been put out on the left against Real Madrid, even though he was promised when he came in he was going to be that number 10. That the team was going to be built around him, and I guarantee I think he'll be dropped to the weekend. You also see Gakpo on the left. All these big superstars they're born in the summer, barely any of them are going to start, which tells me enough that they are not confident.
It would be just our luck for him to start and then score against City. I mean, Verts eyes.
Well, that's the City-itis, isn't it, Briggs? Let's be honest. That's what we expect. It's just
some people
City.
were definitely craving him, and was like, it would be our luck for that to happen because it was definitely craving him in the summer.
But I'm a little bit like, I can see the flaws. I can see where we can definitely get at them, because I still think they're acceptable at the back line. I still don't think they're great. The goalkeeper is still a bit shaky. He's not Alisson, let's be honest. So I still think they can be definitely got at. I just think, you know, you look at that firepower they've still got, it's still there. You know, Salah, yes, he turns up against us. You know, Ekitike, he's been in form ever since he's come into this league. You know, and Gakpo, I don't think he's a world-class star, but I still think, you know, he can definitely score a goal. So they have got that firepower. But to be honest, I look at our defence, and our defence is a lot more solid than theirs. Our goalkeeper is definitely way above theirs. So as long as we can try and keep it solid at the back, and we can get Haaland into the game and get him some goals, I think there's a good chance that we can definitely, you know, win this game. I'm not sure it's going to be a 3-0 or 4-0 or anything like that. But I think it'd be more tight, because it's Liverpool against City. I think the occasion will definitely get to both teams in some respects, because both teams have got
both teams need a win, Ozzy. Both teams need a win.
Look at this. Look at how sad's this. Had the team up gang here, I say. City scored the day one game, and then Sam went, Andy, don't lie, you're a Liverpool fan. So he got caught out straight away. So we've even got Liverpool fans pretending to be City fans to come and troll. How sad. Sad little people.
They'll be Neon Men on Sunday as well.
How sad. How sad are these Liverpool fans?
All you got to say is, though, look at our record. Not Anfield, at the Etihad against Liverpool. They've always been in tight games where we've literally just won by a goal, or it's been like a couple of draws. How many draws have we had at the Etihad over recent years?
Be careful, Blue Art. You'll get called Happy Clapper. Careful, Blue Art, at your tender age, my friend. I'll stick my neck out. I think we're better than Liverpool right now. Many have said they're not playing well. The last few games proves it to me. Come on, Blue Art. Love the positivity. Blue Art, we need you on here to sort these two out on the left out. Sort them out.
No.
Hate never wins. Doesn't have fan base.
I'll tell you what, Matt. I'm holding to that 3-0 win because if we concede one, I'm coming for you on that fan review.
Martin, Daps did it earlier. Daps said, I think we'll smash them 4-1. So I'm holding you to that. So anyone who says
one goal, Martin, or we don't score 3, I'm holding you to it. On your fan review Sunday night, I'm saying if we concede or we don't score 3, you can apologise to me. I'll be in the chat waiting.
But why would I apologise? We're getting a score wrong.
Because you're so confident about they're not going to score. We're going to batter them.
Because I'm back.
It's going to be.
There's only one.
It's a tight cagey affair.
Briggs, there's only
last
one
time we
table.
beat them, what was the score, Briggs?
I actually can't remember that one.
It was 4-1.
4-1. Oh, treble season, sorry, yeah. But we were obliterating teams left, right, and centre. Arsenal 4-1, Real Madrid 4-0, Bayern 3-0, Burnley 6-0. That's the treble season. The treble's gone.
Who were the top goal scorers in the league in 10 games, Briggs?
We can't go off the treble season.
I'm not talking about the treble season. Who are the top goal
We
scorers
batted 4-1
now in the league?
Haaland.
What? No, not top goal scorer. Which
sorry.
team? Us.
City. Yeah, City.
We're beating teams 3, 4s, and 5s. Arsenal are winning teams 1-0, and they're talking about like they're the greatest team. I don't get it.
But this is Liverpool. We've always had cagey games, Martin. There's even been a couple at Anfield that have been tight.
No, I think the game's going to be tight. It's going to be about who gets that first goal.
A 3-0 doesn't mean it's not tight. You could be 1-0 up with 5 minutes to go and you get 2 late ones.
Not true. But
Jesus.
3-0 is 3-0's not a Liverpool game.
6-0. We're getting beat 6-0. Is that happy for everyone? We're the worst team in the world. We're getting relegated.
Should we just throw 1-1-5 in there as well?
Yeah, let's chuck 1-1-5 in, well, but anyways, sack Pep, sack the players. Okay.
Nah, it's got 2-1.
Okay, so you're going 2-1, Briggsy? You going 2-1?
Yeah, 2-1, Ed.
Yeah, exactly. Apologising for backing my own team with my own fans. Crazy, innit, Jerome? Crazy in the world.
Oh, dear.
Who's got the best defence? Us.
Why don't we just keep singing best defence in Europe?
Don't worry, we'll hold him to account, Harry, if we don't win. You do that. Off you pop back to Anfield agenda. Martin, what happened to Nico? I've not had a Nico G agenda.
Yeah, I mean, you can't take Nico G out of the team.
In Manchester, you've got a Manchester City agenda. You know, I'll tell you what agenda he's got. He's got a Martin agenda. He's followed me around every show for the last week. The guy's obsessed with me. I'll get you a selfie, autograph, picture.
Martin, to be fair to him, you had a Nico agenda for a good few weeks.
At the time, I said he was shit, and he was. Against Tottenham, he was poor, right or wrong.
The whole team was poor that game.
Yo, Mark, you sounded just like Alan just then. I'm not going to hold you.
He was poor. What did I say?
Now comes the agenda, guys. Here it comes.
But an agenda is just saying he's shit every game.
Yeah, that's if I had an agenda.
He said, "I don't see him as a 6." I think we just need to get rid.
Like you've got your agenda on Savinho. You're the only City fan in the history of the world who thought he played poor last night.
What did you say he played poor?
You and your best mate. Because you both got your little agenda against him.
Oh man, it's been a great show, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. This has been a
Prefer not to
great show.
speak.
It's been a great show.
So come on, let's be fair.
Go on.
There's only one table that matters, Martin, and how we're doing in our Mancunian table.
I don't know. I don't know what's happened tonight. I know what he means by that, because what he means by that is normally there's a lot of negativity in the comments there. Why are we so negative tonight? What's happened?
People just getting nervous before a big game, Martin. People just
Why
getting
is
nervous.
everyone going into meltdown tonight?
I'm trying to be realistic.
We've won 6 out of 7. The fuck's going on?
Playing Liverpool. Playing one of our title challenges. We're not playing fucking Burnley or fucking West Brom or Hull. We're playing Liverpool.
No, Pardo, I'm really not. Call back in my
Champions.
team, mate. It's called back in my team. I'm not being. Please don't accuse me of something I'm doing when I'm not.
Yo, did
There's
Pardo
no
just call you
point.
disingenuous?
Pardo,
Pardo just say
in
you
8
being
years,
disingenuous.
I've never done anything fake, mate. In 8 years, never have. I will back this team to the hilt. Why? Because I'm a fucking fan. Not on the board. Not in the boardroom. I'm not everything else. Sorry for my putting you in a spot, mate. You couldn't put me in a spot if you were in a JCB, pal. Yeah.
Well,
When you're big enough.
Yo, Ozzy,
Anyway.
play the rant. Play the rant music. Play the rant.
No, I'll tell you what. No, because there's trolls coming tonight trying to disrupt it. And we don't normally have this crap. And I'm not having it.
He's not having it, ladies and gentlemen. He's not
Our
having
chat is very different. We don't do this in here.
You got Liverpool guys coming on tomorrow, so they're trying to get in here today.
Is this what they're doing?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? What are you on about? What are you on about now? What back in what? What do you want? I haven't got the
Yeah, the table. He's talking about the table, prediction table.
Oh, the prediction
yeah,
table.
your Mancunian way table.
Rich is top of that.
Is he? How's Rich on top of that when me and Pat got the scores correct last game?
Because you were 4 behind him, and now you're only 1 behind him. You closed the gap up. No, you have. Because Rich got it right the other week. So there it is. Aussie is Rich on 12, Aussie 11, Pat on 11. I'm on 9. Alan is 7. So I'm way behind.
Yeah, Martin, you're slipping up here a little bit.
Yeah, you are, Martin.
Hey, but
2
I'm top
points beyond
on.
the
I'm top
bottom of the league.
on. I'm top on FPL.
Doesn't matter FPL. Matters about our board, mate.
Have you guys decided on the last place? What they're going to do yet? Have you guys decided?
No, we haven't
I
quite
love
decided,
this.
Jed.
Can't we express our opinion? Because you're not allowing my opinion. This is what people do. And I've noticed it now, and I'm going to start calling it out. You can all give your opinions. I give mine, and you get personal with me. So let's not do this.
All right, so let's go for score predictions. So I'm just going to read out Pat and Rich's as they're not here. So Pat's gone for a 3-1. Rich has gone for a 2-2. Alan said the same earlier on, 2-2. Briggsy, what's your score there?
Yeah, 2-1 City.
Ed?
I'm going 3-1 City.
And Martin, are you still sticking with yours? Would you say a 4-0?
I'm updating the table once.
No, he said 3-0. He said 3-0.
He
So
did
Pat's
say.
gone 3-1. What are you doing, Ozza?
I think it's. I think there's going to be quite a few goals, but I think it's just going to be. I feel like a 3-2 C.
So hang on a minute. Everyone's gone for a win apart from Alan.
And Rich.
No, I'm Rich.
No, Rich has gone 2-0.
No, he hasn't. He's gone
Sorry,
2-2.
said 2-2.
Yes, he's gone 2-2.
No, Alan's gone 2-2. Rich has gone 2-0.
No, he hasn't. He's
Have fun on the show tomorrow. Sure, no one can find the negative.
yeah.
My prediction's 2-0 Liverpool.
Oh yes, yeah. Sorry, that was my.
Well, he said 2-0 Liverpool.
No, 2-0 City.
No, let's stick with that.
So this is what I mean.
He's not here to argue it.
You know what I mean? Call all them happy clappers now. All right, so there's the predictions. There you go. Everyone's predicted a City win. Everyone.
Well, apart from Alan.
Apart from Alan, yeah.
Pardo's
But
gone
Alan-
2-2. That's
He's
fine.
always,
Unrealistic prediction.
Who?
Stick to your guns, Martin. Believe Trump's fair, everyone. I have told you, Blue Out, I'm figuring these out. They can give it, but they can't take it.
No, I'm
Figuring
not.
this out.
I don't have a spot, guys. It's because I'm not in the UK and they're gonna do something, over there. I don't. Yeah, I came late to the party.
We will get it. We will get it in. I can see a 3-1, 3-1, 3-1, Cherka, 2-2. Keeley, Neil's gone 4-1. See, look, 1-0 City. I'm not shameless.
Ooh.
Zenga's gone 4-0.
4-0.
FIFA's gone 7-0.
Yeah, now we're playing FIFA.
Yeah. Some people are just on the
FIFA's
wind
definitely-
up. Some people
yeah.
are just trying to be a
Neil
wind up.
said, you can have an opinion on unless you think Savio's shit, then it is an agenda. I agree. Alan got relegated. Alan got relegated where?
He's talking about on the prediction table. He's talking about on the prediction table.
Yeah.
3-1. Look, Hamza's gone 2-1 setter. Oh dear. 2-1 does DC. Nope, serious. We are at home, back the fucking boys.
You will get a big atmosphere on Sunday, though, from everyone in the stadium. That's guaranteed.
Yeah, they need to play Blue Moon before the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they always do, mate. Literally, just like before the Premier League anthem, we always get Blue Moon on.
Is it sold
But
out,
the resp-
Martin? Harry,
Yeah,
is it sold out?
Yeah.
These games are always sold out heads.
was amazing. The Haaland Tifo was amazing.
Yeah, the 1894 do great displays, don't they?
Yeah.
Fair play to Dante
Martin,
and all the other guys in
City
1894.
channel. Martin, it's the City channel was smashed them 0-0. Don't get that. 3-1. Man, everyone is so negative. I don't get it. Get your how, man. Be confident. We are different this season. Listen, it's their opinions. It is what it is. I'll be having a sherry before. Treat myself to easy nerves. Hate the Liverpool game. 1894 organised that light show. No, they didn't.
No, that's the club.
See, this is what I
They
mean.
did the display.
These are the lies that come out. No, they didn't organise it at all.
The 1894 never do nothing with the light show. They only do the displays. They liaison with the club, yes, but they do not organise the show.
I don't think this guy's a real City fan. I think he's a troll.
Mm.
I think he's a troll. Look at his name and look at his profile picture. He's a troll. So, we are at home. It's a must win for us. Anyway, that's it. Unless you add anything else there?
No, like I said, I think we've gone through the big talking points of the night. Obviously, the Dortmund game, which was good game, good win, good result. Puts us firmly up in the league table for the Champions League. I think for me, the trickiest game, I think, is Real Madrid. And I think even if we were to lose that, I still think we qualify for the next round. And it is Sunday, isn't it, the game?
Yes.
Against Liverpool. I mean, I can understand and as I've said, for me, Liverpool are papering over the cracks, but it's still a team that I think we have to respect a little bit. They have got some quality in the firepower they've got. They're a danger of that threat. You can't dismiss that danger for me. And I think both teams need to win it to stay on the heels of Arsenal right now. You know, so that's why I just think there will be goals, but I think City will just edge it because I just think we're better than Liverpool right now. I think we've got a better team. I think
and you also want to go international break on a high.
Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Briggsy, Ed, you got any final thoughts, mate?
Go on, Ed.
Nah, man, it's been a great show, man. I'm really buzzing for this game. You know, it's an opportunity once again for Man City to prove their quality and show the world what we have. You know, there's a lot of doubters out there. There's a lot of doubters in the chat. You know, each game is just an opportunity to show, you know, that I'm not saying Man City back and all this other stuff, but I'm saying that we're trying to make a claim for this league. This is another opportunity.
Listen, I believe we're back. I've said we'll win the league. I think we'll win the league from the get-go. Don't care if it's happy clapping. That's the way I feel.
Yeah.
I actually believe Pep Guardiola is cooking something very, very special.
Yeah. And big up the panel and big up the chat as always,
We
man.
have one of the best defenses in this league. We have a very good midfield right now. And I think Elliot said it weeks and weeks ago. There's not a better spine in world football than ours.
I tell you what, though, before we end, one game at a time. Let's just go into this Liverpool game.
Oh, no,
no,
you're not going to do that. You are not going to sit on the fence now and get splinters in your ass. Because I know what you're doing now. That's why you're
one game at a time. Smash the likes. This really is your channel.
That's why you're laughing. You are shameless, Briggsy.
Talk to the hand.
The next
Talk
After
to the
Dark
hand.
is going to be during international break, guys.
Yeah, there will be an After Dark during international break. Tomorrow, are you going yet? Sorry, my missed all that out. Right, tomorrow, it's on Battle of City Pool, 12 p.m. Me, Hussam, and I've got to add Jamie Phillips to it. And we'll see who else we can get. He's going to be on at 12 p.m. tomorrow. Look at Hussam there in his nice little Liverpool kit. Oh, doesn't he look so happy? Doesn't he look so happy? Anyway, that's tomorrow, 12 p.m. live. Do you want to join us, Oz?
I'm pleading the fifth on that one.
Come on.
Tomorrow, I'm going to plug my own little show. So, me and Tone will be doing our Aussie and Tone show. It should be around about 2 o'clock on Insta. Be great if people can tune in, give us a watch. Much appreciated. So, I will be doing that tomorrow. I'll see if I join Martin and the gang later. Or actually, is it before 2? Did you say, Martin? 12, yeah. So I'll see if I can join that. But yeah,
5 is meant to be this month, Oz.
Ooh. Well, we'll see, won't we?
So
breaking news from Martin.
24-hour stream.
Wow, we look forward to that.
Man City Panther.
Look at Briggsy.
I'm just reading the chat.
A big thank you to everyone who's watched tonight and commented. Much appreciated. And yeah.
Oh, sorry, can you just do that one?
Oh, yeah.
I'm off camera. We'll explain in a minute because my father, if I'm going to be honest with you, my father's moved in with us and he's coming to the bedroom. So that's, you don't want to see my father. Carry on.
So, Bramley City fan 7999. This continues membership for 27 months. Much appreciated, mate. Thank you very much. Your support is really welcomed, and we thank everyone who's part of the membership. That is it from us tonight. Again,
Not true. You heard that, by the way. Is it Kavanagh?
Yes, I think it is.
Oh, I thought it was Anthony Taylor. Or was that just some random rumour that went round?
That was a rumour.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it is Chris Kavanagh. So
They're all terrible anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Is there anyone live? Is there anyone live where I can send you all?
LB?
No, LB's not live. Big Al's live, but Vader's there. Do you want me to send you over, go and support a bit of Vader?
That's a shock. LB's normally live when you're live.
Normally.
Yeah, send them over to Vader, man. Show us some love to Vader.
No, well, it's not Vader. It's on Egal TV, but Vader's on there in the panel. So, should we send a bit of love over to a bit of support for Vader on the panel?
Yeah, definitely.
Go and show Vader a little love. Let me just add it on and go. Carry on.
Yeah, as Martin said, we're back tomorrow for his 12 o'clock show. I'm on Insta at 2 o'clock with Tone, and we will be back on the Mancunian Way after the game on Sunday. Martin, you're thinking about on Monday?
Sunday night. Well, it depends. If we lose, we'll do it Monday. I'll let everyone have a meltdown on Sunday night first.
Guys, we try to support our panel members in a lot of facets. If you want to go over to Big Six, you can and support.
You want to go? Yeah, we're sending the support for Beta.
Yeah,
it's not we're supporting. We're supporting Beta. Beta's over there, so we want to send some City fans over to give Beta a lot of love. Beta's a panel member on this show, and we love Beta to bits. Beta Games TV.
I can see in the chat, obviously, people are saying the Big Six are live, and obviously Steve's on it. And obviously, we send a lot of respect and love to Big Steve. Does an amazing job of what he does. And
I've got some news on that, by the way, just before you go. Big Steve is doing a name card for the Erling Haaland things that he's got. So, because Erling Haaland dropped off a load of trainers, gear, signed shirts, a lot. So it's going to be £20 a square, and he's going to raffle it off. He's putting it on Instagram as well.
Nice.
So
is that for just UK, Martin, overseas fans?
I think so. But it is all going to, and half of it is going to MCFC Food Bank, because they are doing, thank you, Magnus, they are doing a massive get together for Christmas.
Yeah. Also, just quickly as well, fair play to everyone in the stadium that did the applause for Guy Bradshaw. Martin, you'll know about that, won't you? It was a great minute that I wanted the applause.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And thank you for everyone who supported on the North Stand as well. There is other actions going to be taken at that against Liverpool as well. On Sunday, I've been told that we are going to meet over where the MCFC Food Bank. Dad, go out there. Shut the door. One day. Why did I take him in? Anyway, MCFC Food Bank are meeting on Sunday before the game, roughly about 2 hours, about 2:30, 2 p.m. You probably read this, Briggs, and we're going to have a meet. And if you have got any ideas on the North Stand extension, or you are in the North Stand and you are being moved and you want to put your name forward and get communication going, meet Dante and the rest of the gang over where the food bank normally, which is over on behind the South Stand. Isn't it, Briggs? South Stand.
Yeah, just on the corner of like Ashton New Road. So just by that
where the Nexon Bridge is.
Yeah.
So where the Nexon
Towards
Bridge.
the Asda.
Yeah. We're meeting there about 2:30. So anything you want to do, introduce yourself. We can add you into the WhatsApp group we've got coming on, because we've got a WhatsApp group coming in. How's he in? got a WhatsApp group.
Hey.
There is a WhatsApp group. We're trying to get as many into the WhatsApp group as we can, because the more ideas we can chuck to the club for this meeting. The meeting is in about 10 days, as you heard from me the other day. It's in 10 days where they're going to sit with the club and try and rearrange this North Stand extension stuff.
It'd be hard to do that because of underneath where the
it's better than having an empty fucking stand, Alan. That's what they'll have.
Well,
Anyway,
we'll have an empty stand anyway because we haven't got enough fans.
If you haven't, definitely watch the stream that Martin did the other night with the 1894 and with the City Matters reps. It was a good stream, and it obviously represents the good match going fan base. And if you're affected, or you know anyone that's part of that affected area, then please get in touch with City Matters and the 1894, because obviously we shouldn't let the club dictate the fans. We're the lifeblood of the club.
Yeah, well said, Briggsy. Well said.
Briggsy, be honest with me.
Alan, we're trying to leave on a good note, Alan. We're trying to leave on a good note.
I know.
Try the word.
Do you really think we can fill that new stand? Because we haven't got enough fans, mate. We go to games.
Well, I'll tell you what. This is a
At the
debate.
expense of the punishment of the others, like people like, well, not Martin, but why should the other people suffer?
I'm not saying that. My answer to the question is, do you really think
need to go, Ozzy,
we can
you
fill that
go.
stand out? I don't. We can't fill our stand. We can't fill our stadium anyway.
True.
Listen, Alan, I think this is a debate that is worth having, but another night.
Why don't we do it during international break? During international break, we'll have this debate.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
because I don't think we've got enough fans.
Right. Well, during international break, we'll have the debate. City has no fans.
Yeah.
Right?
It's
Just
not
for
that
you,
we
Alan.
have fans, but we've got
Just for you, Alan, we'll have that.
We've got hardcore 42,000. We've got hardcore 42,000.
On that night, everyone, good night.
Good night from me, and it's good night from him.
Yes, it is.